What's up, guys? My name is Jill Moore. We are at the Landscape Structures Playground Testing Facility today, and behind me is the Volo Air. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, president of LSI Play Team.
My name is John Buettner. As Jill said, I am the head of the LSI Junior Play Team.
And today we're going to check this thing out and show why this piece behind us is such an awesome opportunity for inclusion, for excitement, and for some really cool play. We're on the LSI FlexNet, and what's really cool about this is just how many doors it opens up for people to take this tower on in so many different ways. J-Dog, what's your favorite way to get through this thing?
This opens up so many opportunities for me to move around, because you can basically go anywhere.
Yeah, it makes it pretty efficient, right? Because you can choose which way you want to go, how you want to get there, where you want to spend your energy.
You can get all the way from down there to up here in just a few simple movements. So it's really easy to traverse through the net.
One of the coolest things about Volo Air is just the amount of variety. When we talk about inclusion, when we talk about kids coming to play on this thing, we want to create, as many ways as possible for people to find their just right fit. So John, he loves the net. I prefer going up this thing and even zooming out further. If we think about kiddos with autism diagnoses or motor coordination disabilities who are working on building those motor patterns, they're going to seek out that just right fit. When we designed this, we talked a lot about support. So where do people need support? Where do we need handholds? Where do we need a second where I can prop my body so I can get some rest, stabilize myself, and continue up at my pace exactly how I want to take this thing on? We noticed that a lot of caregivers, they needed that quick access to meet their child as well. So a lot of this support, a lot of these handholds were considered for also just making sure people do feel comfortable and supported as they work their way through this thing. You will notice by now I am already at 2 different slides. That's 2 different exit points, so that if I'm chilling on the first level and I'm good with that, then I still have plenty of things to do. But there's also more above. We get into this level in the second tier, and we found that a lot of kids, we were working with kids with low muscle tone. And so they actually really liked laying on the net. It's a super comfortable experience, and you're feeling everybody moving around you and picking up on that wiggle. But they needed an easy way to get out, which is why we have so many different entry and exit points.
What I really like about the Volo Air is that with so many paths and so many places to go, you need to occasionally stabilize yourself. So that's why I really like how many handles you can grab onto when you need to stabilize yourself. And I really just like grabbing onto a few of them when I'm trying to get up here. This area where you have to climb up, there's a bunch of handrails there that you can grab onto.
Towers are the name of the game, right? Everyone wants to create height. They want to create perceived risk. They want to create thrill. And so we're seeing more and more of these towers come up, and I think it's a great thing to introduce. There is a super clear path all the way from that initial transfer platform all the way to the top here that I can crawl, that I can scoot. I can take this thing on really however it suits my needs. We recognize that not all users are going to transfer from their wheelchair or climb all the way to the top. That being said, we still did really push ourselves to create as much opportunity as possible for as much variety as possible. So for people who are transferring, there's a lot of great routes. And for people who are staying in their chairs or staying at ground level, there's still plenty to do. The fact that I can get all the way from the bottom to this top here and go down the big slide, that's a really unique sensation. When I was a kid getting to the big slide, we never got those opportunities. We have worked with our junior play team through this entire process. They have been involved since we first got a prototype. And so we get to see where all the supports were needed, where kids sought out thrill, where they wanted to climb to the top and get that, oh, I did it. Because when you look down, you're seeing all the way below, so it is a little bit intimidating. But it's really cool that I can experience this thrill just like everybody else with the way we've laid this out and have it designed. Another really big win with this tower, I think, is just so many of the different sensory elements. We have these panels, these beautiful panels that are letting light through, so there's a lot of visibility. But at the same time, when you're in here, it's shade, it's comfortable, you're enclosed. I feel like I'm in a really tall tree fort. We see John over there, he's in his hammock, he's chilling. again, we've worked hard. We put in a lot of effort to get to the top of this thing. So if we can take a breather, max and relax because he's the king of that, then we've made a successful run. There you have it, folks. We made it to the top. We climbed. We went on slides. But we had an awesome time, and I think it's pretty cool that we can go to the top, hang out, and get to experience this thing. So thanks for coming with us as we show off the Volo Air.
Coming soon to a playground near you.
Boom.
I don't know why I did the whole movie theater voice thing.
That's
but
made it so much better, though. It was so official.